Welcome to Quick Sidebar, where we talk about anything and everything and get distracted often. My name is Jake, and I'm here with
Bradley
and Dan,
and our special guest, Keegan. Sorry, I should have let you say his own name. You go.
I'm Keegan.
There you go.
I could build up. You were just so excited to say your name. It's funny.
So yeah, this is our first special guest, Keegan.
Welcome.
He's also a member of the theater department here at CSU.
More or less.
That's true.
He's part of the OMG, Old Man Group, which Jake is not a part of.
Right.
But Keegan is.
I'm a wallflower sometimes.
And today...
Sometimes I bloom.
Oh my God.
Disgusting. And today, we're talking about sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
But first, I have to tell everyone a story. I have to tell everyone a story of something that happened to me yesterday. So quick sidebar for about 2 minutes.
Okay, let me put my sci-fi notes away. New page, Jake's story.
So, yesterday, I had scheduled to meet with my scene partner and friend to read through a play that we're doing in music theater seminar. So we meet in the green room, and for those of you that don't know what a green room is, in theaters, it's kind of a lounge space for the actors and for stage management, whether it be during intermission, during when they're not on stage. It's just kind of a lounge area with couches and a fridge and everything. Well, our green room is less than it's not great. It's disgusting.
It's green.
It's green.
We have green couches, but the walls are more yellow. It's a very soft green. That's beside the point. Yeah. So, nothing against the green room. It's just not in the best condition. And we just recently had like a 35-year-old, I don't know, it looked at least 35 years old.
Oh, that fridge? That fridge is like straight from the 60s,
It was like a 30...
Flooded the freaking green
That's
room.
older than 35 years.
So we had like a 40-year-old refrigerator, completely flood...
Sorry.
Let's just pick a date.
The 20s.
The 20s. Okay, so we have a 90-year-old fridge.
King Arthur's refrigerator was in our green room.
There were Cracker Jacks in there. That's how old it is.
Back when you had to refrigerate them.
Refrigerate Cracker Jacks.
There were old milk bottles from a milkman in the fridge.
The milkman was in there. Anyway, so this fridge flooded. It made a huge mess. So we go in there. The fridge is gone, but there's this big old pile, this big old stain, rather, and they've got a dehumidifier in there. It's already not in the greatest condition. Until I'm like 5 minutes late. I'm always a little late. And I walk in, and Rocky's just sitting around at the couches. So we were going to read at the couches, but the two lights over the couch are dead. So
Rocky is the scene partner.
Rocky is the scene partner, yes, sorry.
Shout out.
Hi, Rocky. And
We love you.
So we decided this is not conducive to effective reading.
You're gonna read your
so
script.
We move over to the table where there's sufficient light. And on the table there's a hard green Solo cup that has condoms in it. And let me explain. So there's an organization on campus called Cruise. This is a shout out to them.
Okay.
Shout out. And this organization, they reach out.
I'm the designated shout-outer.
Yeah, we pop him on the head, and he shouts out. It's like a Pez dispenser.
A Pez of shouts.
But this organization, they do outreach to students and educate safe sex, safe drinking, and safe drug habits. That's kind of what their mission is. And so, as the mentor group, me and Rocky and a few others were in the mentor group at CSU, and we did a training with them just to learn about what they teach, and so that we can better help our mentees. So they hand out condoms for us just to give to our mentees, just to further encourage safe sex. And I go to move that cup just because it was in the way of where I was sitting. I just moved it towards me and then away, and I just get splashed with this liquid that was just in the cup. I didn't see that it was there because I moved it with no grace, right? Yeah. Give yourself grace. I didn't give the cup grace. That was a callback. So anyway, so I pull the cup and I get splashed with this liquid all over me. And I spill things frequently, so it's not like that was the immediate shock, but I just had this primal instinct of what is on me right now. Yeah. I don't know what this substance is.
Lubricant? Maybe they leaked it was lubricant?
So that was a thought that didn't go through my head, but that's a
Keegan doesn't know what that is going to end, does he?
Well,
anyway, I'll just keep going. Right.
I didn't know I forgot he didn't know.
This is for everyone.
I'm hearing the story fresh. I want to hear the story.
Sorry.
Right, damn it.
Sorry to ruin the flow.
Power down, Pest dispenser.
Shout out.
So anyway, so I've got this liquid on me, and I just had this gut reaction. Smell it. What is it?
Yeah.
And so I kind of wring it out in my fingers from my shirt and bring it up to my nose. It's fucking urine. It was cold piss in this cup with condoms. It's probably been there for days, but now I'm covered in pee. I'm covered. And I just had this...
Now, what's the splash area? Is it in the belly button area?
No, it's all over my crotch and my leg, and then on, like, the bottom fifth of my shirt.
Are you sure it wasn't I'm gonna call bullshit.
No!
I think this is an elaborate story. I think Jake pissed himself, and this is an elaborate story. I spilled pee right where where it would be if I had peed.
No. This was traumatic. How dare you invalidate my story?
Yeah, you're a guest. Don't
I love like the 5-minute build up to that.
Hey, that's a big thing. No. Urine.
So
yeah, so this one time I peed myself anyway, sci-fi.
That'll be in the cut version of this podcast. No. So I've got someone else's cold urine all over me. Now, and I look at Rocky almost as if I was asking for an explanation, not like she would know, but I'm like, this is pee.
She winks and runs out of the room.
Gotcha.
No, so I look at her and I'm frantic at this point. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And she's like, paper towels? I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to go. I gotta go. And she goes, yeah, fine, okay. And so I book it out, and as I'm running out of the building, I'm just taking my shirt off because I cannot stand sitting in someone else's pee. And I drove home, showered, and
well, quick question though, before we get to the sci-fi, what's worse, warm pee or cold pee?
See, and that was a thought I had in my head. I thought.
Because I feel like cold pee is worse.
I actually think it's worse, because that means it's been sitting there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
the idea of cold pee just is so gross to me.
But you know what else is gross about it? The mental implications.
Yeah,
not only did someone piss in a cup, leave it in a public area, but damn it, no one cleaned it.
Well, you cleaned it.
I want to know that.
Yeah, that's my quick sidebar about my traumatic experience yesterday.
With cold pee. Oh,
dude,
God,
it was
saying it is bad.
Well, and after it happened, like after I realized it was urine because of the way it smelled, I look in the cup and I just see about a third of the way up. It's just, I mean, it is dehydrated urine.
Right.
Like,
drink
but
your
not
water.
all the way because it splashed you. Did it get like frosty? Was it like
I didn't look enough.
No, I think he means it was really yellow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was like
dark?
a dark yellow.
Yeah, your pee should be clear.
It was so clearly pee.
Hydrated,
yeah.
Not clear pee, but it was so clearly.
So what do we know about
Clearly.
the person isn't they're not hydrating themselves very well. You know, they're drinking only Mountain Dew. Were there little kidney stones in it?
Maybe that's it, Jake. They were passing a kidney, you insensitive asshole.
Yeah.
They were passing a kidney. It just happened in the green room and like, it's all a
Do you know how long it takes to pass a kidney? It's not. It doesn't just be like, a kidney stone's. Oh wait, not pass a kidney. Pass a kidney stone.
Pass kidney.
and it shoots out like a little bullet.
Take a good surge in about 6 hours.
All right. And now that we've effectively spent like 7 minutes on the and thanks to you guys for joining us on today's episode of Talking About Pee with Jake. Thank you.
This was a story that needed to come out. I needed to share this with you all.
Like the kidney stones.
Yeah. Like the kidney stones. This was almost more urgent than the kidney stones.
Was it more painful than passing a kidney stone, do you think, for yourself? Mentally?
Mentally, yes. Physically, absolutely not.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say absolutely.
There was a catcher.
Absolutely.
There was a catcher for the Rockies one day that passed a kidney stone during a game.
Did he keep
so
playing?
He played 9 innings behind home plate, passing a kidney stone.
Like a fucking champ.
Yeah.
Fucking champ.
That's what winners do. Was that the year where they got swept by the Red Sox?
I hope so. Wow. Go Sox. Okay.
Sci-fi.
So, we're talking about sci-fi, and this is loose or tight, you know? Loose to interpretation, tight to interpretation. We can talk specifically about the genre of sci-fi or
I'm gonna
broad.
sneeze again. I feel a sneeze coming.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I'm fighting it. Okay,
Everyone stop. Everyone stop.
What do you say? Like it's like mayonnaise or something weird? It's stop. It's something weird. It's like a word that you say, right?
I've never heard that.
Who told me? No,
Oh my gosh.
someone's told me there's like a word you can say. I don't know. It's probably bullshit.
Yeah.
but
It can't be right.
I think it's I'm stupid.
There's no.
I'm stupid.
I'm
There it
stupid.
is.
Wow.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Oh, that's better.
No, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend Chandler told me that. I'm almost positive she said there's a word.
Chandler, good dupe. You got him.
Yeah, she probably.
Dan's a friggin' idiot.
She probably is fucking with me. I just assume most people are. So.
She's gonna be listening to this and just go.
There you go. I gave you your shout out,
Now,
Chandler.
is it supposed to work? Are you supposed to say mayonnaise like a fucking
I don't know.
Or are you
I
supposed
just
to say mayonnaise
I don't know
like
if
a
it's
gentleman?
mayonnaise for sure. I just know at some point.
Jesus Christ.
I just know someone told me there's a word you can say to stop yourself from sneezing. And yet we're still not talking about sci-fi. Fuck
I know.
sneezing. Get to sci-fi. Bradley's going to explode over here.
Okay, so let's let's start off our conversation of sci-fi with just saying, what do you like about? Should we stick only with film, or should we stick with like books and television as well?
I just think to keep it tighter, just film.
Tight.
Yeah.
Let's keep it tight.
It's kind of tight.
And I will say, sci-fi television typically has a very strong following, and like people watch like. You've either seen all the episodes of Star Trek, or you haven't even heard
Doctor
of it.
Who,
but not the Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel, I feel.
Well, I mean, they're.
Well, they play like
They have a few shows, and then it's like.
I'm just saying their following's not as strong as sci-fi television. Let's just get that.
Well, yeah.
Right. So let's just.
Well, what is even a good sci-fi? There's not even any good shows.
I used to
right
watch
now.
the
The
Sci-Fi
Expanse.
Channel.
People really like The Expanse. It got canceled, and there was a national uproar. Nerds.
Really?
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Does
I've never heard
Westworld
of
count
it.
as a sci-fi show?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's a killer show. Check out Westworld from the Horrible Broadcasting Organization.
Not a sponsor.
Please sponsor.
You guys got the call back, right, when I called it the Horrible... No.
Yeah. No,
Did you say that?
I got it.
Yeah, I did.
I do that one right
I was
over my
there.
head.
I was waiting for your reaction, Jake. It was for you, because that's...
Good callbacks are when you point them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always got to point the callback.
So, Bradley, why don't you start us off with your what do you appreciate most about the sci-fi film genre? And if that is a question you don't want to start off with what is your favorite sci-fi film?
Ooh.
And if that's not what you want to start with, we'll go to someone else. Because
Jumping to the gun, and he's false starting over here.
I don't know. I've always liked sci-fi. I just like the idea of space and aliens and like high-tech gadgets. And,
Does sci-fi just mean space and aliens, or does it include just like...
it's science fiction.
It's got a large... I mean, sci-fi
Yeah.
encompasses a great amount of things.
It's basically like I would say that most sci-fi is in the future, right? Whether it be near or far.
Yeah.
So it is some period of time in the future that is manipulated by science, whether it be STEM, what we use with science, technology, engineering, and math to change the way that we live right now. So that's when you see different types of gadgets or flying vehicles or robots, anything of that nature. I think that is different because it's fiction. So it's not technology that we have right now, but it's from the mind of some genius people. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, like, one of my favorite shows when I was younger was Doctor Who. And so, I mean, that was, like, a big part of me growing up. Like, I was really into Doctor Who. So, I don't know. I've just always had, like, a soft spot for sci-fi. I like the stories that they tell or that genre tends to tell. I don't know, and it's just neat, you know. It's like you kind of want to live in that.
You live vicariously through the character.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what would I do in that world?
Yeah.
What would my setup be?
It's always set up in such a way that like this is a better version of society, but not necessarily in a good way. But
you're more advanced.
Exactly.
Not necessarily better.
Not better. Yeah.
I would say that all science fiction. Go for it. Sorry.
Like an ideal society. Yeah.
Well, I think the technology, it comes from a place of this is going to better society.
Exactly.
But then the plot is always
something
it doesn't.
happens.
And let's see how mankind.
And that's always really interesting, especially like, you know, like shows like Altered Carbon, where it's like technology has gotten so advanced, but we're gonna like push the message of like,
bodies.
should technology get this advanced, and is this good for humanity to have this technology?
Real questions about like robot rights, so to speak. Like the more advanced robots and AI get, eventually when they start to generate their own thoughts and things, like when do you give them human rights and stop treating them as technology and treat them as like a being, and that gets really fuzzy.
And that's going to be an interesting debate because it's going to conflict with religious views.
Oh yeah,
I mean
because they're not born,
especially
and
if it's like America.
Yeah.
You know, let's just say the United States. Like there's going to be like some controversy.
Oh
because
for sure, it's going to be, and we're already on the cusp of that in the sense of like there are machines and AI, so to speak, that are like thinking on their own. Like one of the Google cars like did something at one point, said "stupid humans" on its own. There's like a chess bot that they made to play chess, and it learned how to cheat. It by itself, it learned how to hide from the player to cheat and win the game all on its own. And so they're already like technology. They're not even completely artificial intelligence. They're just on the cusp of that. They're already learning how to manipulate and lie to humans and be angry at humans.
But how do we know that we're not just giving them the tools to do that? Like if for the Google car, I feel like that we had to have put that coding in there, stupid humans, or put meaning to the word stupid. I don't know. I just
may put meaning to the word, but the car, from what I understand, generated that thought or however it expresses thoughts. That by
I mean
itself.
that's the word. When generation starts, like when idea generation and
Right.
rationality, if we can define it as that starts, that's when there's a serious ethical like rights question. I think.
Yeah. Because we talked about all this, and when I did political science stuff, it was a whole debate on what are human rights, and like are humans in comas technically humans, and like technically based on the definition they're not humans because they can't speak for themselves and they can't make their own decisions, so they're not humans. So there's like this whole, and that's just with people, actual people, like, so that debate's a thing. Robots and like Blade Runner, these organic beings that we kind of create are like, are they human? When do they get human rights? So that's kind of an interesting idea to think about.
Okay, Keegan, our guest.
Yeah, Keegan, talk more.
What is your favorite or most memorable sci-fi film? Or I feel like, you know what, for myself, I'm gonna extend it to television because I totally forgot about Westworld, and Westworld fucking rocks my world.
Well, and I think we could even say books, but just try to keep it light.
Yeah, so not necessarily my favorite, but the one that I most often associate with sci-fi, the images that come up when I hear sci-fi, is definitely Blade Runner. Not the, well, I mean the newest one is obviously in the same world and everything, but I usually always think of, I don't know, it just, I must have watched it at the right age or something where it has, like when I think of sci-fi, I think of like Harrison Ford in a trench coat hunting down replicants, like with just synthy like music in this like
lots of synth
city, all these synth, like that just really informed whatever I think about sci-fi is. So I typically go towards that aesthetic, and then obviously Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is so prevalent; it's shaped the ways we think, probably creating in this room.
I was gonna say, not only has it changed like science fiction in terms of film, but wasn't it the origin of like. Didn't it start trilogy movies or giant expansive universes? Or?
I think Star Wars was the first major trilogy that like was publicly recognized to like continue on a story to over 3 movies and have them so tightly interlinked and have the same characters. And basically, potentially, if you put all 3 together, it's just one big ass movie with just intermissions. So,
okay, real quick, favorite movie from the original trilogy? 3, 2, 1.
Empire Strikes Back.
Go. 3, 2, 1.
Was the question favorite or best?
Favorite.
Favorite because it's the best. I don't know.
Empire Strikes Back. Easily the best Star Wars movie.
Favorite, New Hope. Best, Empire.
I would agree with that.
Empire for me. Favorite and best, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I know we're not going to get too deep into Star Wars because we're going to designate a whole special episode for Star Wars, but we can still talk about it. I don't like New Hope all that much.
I don't either.
I don't like it, and I watch it and I go, how did this turn into more?
But you know what? That is what's hard about Star Wars, in my opinion, is because it's kind of like when we were talking about Avatar, where because of where technology was and filmmaking was at the moment, Avatar was this sensation because it broke all the barriers. Yeah. That's what Star Wars did.
Yeah.
So like people like our parents' generation growing up with Star Wars will forever hold A New Hope, Empire. I mean, that will forever hold that trilogy as just being incredible cinema. But like you look at A New Hope, like the script's not that great.
I mean, the script's just classic hero story.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
literally.
That's why I like it so much because, like, Empire is obviously doing a lot more like different creative things. Like the story is split into thirds. Like there's different things going on, and A New Hope is just a hero's journey, and it just feels really clean and tight and concise in that. It just it feels like it's like a nice chili when you watch it. It just feels good in your tummy. Yeah, because you're like, something bad happened to Luke, and now he's got this wise sage helping him, and now he redeemed himself, and now I can go to bed. It's just really nice.
The only thing that I think truly sucks about A New Hope is the lightsaber battle between Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader. It is so bad, and I understand the practice. I understand why they did that because they couldn't break because they were using actual lightsabers and they didn't want to break them, and so that's why they were like.
Oh, is that why it's so goofy? Like
Yeah.
And another thing is, like, when that movie came out, it was literally just called Star Wars. It wasn't called Star Wars A New Hope. because that
It definitely wasn't called episode 4.
It was written. It was written as just what it was, which is why it seems so tight and sealed up, because it wasn't made with the intention. See, nowadays when you go see a movie, they always make it with the intention of making more movies. Always. Which sometimes is good, and sometimes like, okay, that's just a cheap trope now, because we know you're planning on, if this does well financially, we're gonna make a 2 and a 3 and a 4 or whatever.
Which I think that's what gives Empire Strikes Back all the more merit, because I think that the second movie of a trilogy is always the hardest, because you're starting in the middle and you're ending in the middle.
Especially when the first one's successful.
And the fact that you're able to look back at the 3 of them and see how well they did that, incredible.
That's why I always break up the Lord of the Rings trilogy into like favorite, best, and most impressive. Does that make sense? So, Fellowship is the best, or Fellowship is my favorite. Return of the King is the best, and Two Towers is most impressive. Because it's like, it's the hardest book, they had to adapt it, they're cutting between a tree and like all this other stuff. It's just like doing a middle movie and having it be so good, Dark Knight also, is just very, very impressive.
No, because the second movie, because that's like a thing in like the entertainment industry, is number 2, is because people get so amped in the first one, they're like, oh, I can't fail second time, and then they end up failing because they get lazy.
Yeah, right. And you're watching the movie, second movie's hard because you're watching it, knowing that it's not going to be resolved.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know that it's going to leave you with another cliffhanger. And like a great example for me that I always bring up, one of my favorite movies to hate as the second one in a group is Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
Oh my
Dead
gosh.
Man's Curse or whatever, Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest, yeah.
With Davy Jones and like Jack gets eaten at the end. Spoiler, I haven't seen that movie. Come on.
Every Pirates of the Caribbean movie after the first one is trash.
Yes.
See, okay, no.
And it only gets to be worse and worse trash.
Not to get too far off topic, I think the third Pirates is okay. It's watchable. It's one where they battle.
I would say the second one is better than the third one. The third one is awful.
No, go soak your head.
Giant Calypso woman.
Yes, thank you. That
turning
was
into a bunch of crabs,
dumb.
turning it into a whirlpool. Absolute trash.
Wait,
Sci-fi.
You'll buy that, but you won't buy them running with the skeleton balls around them? Come on. No.
Skeleton balls.
Second Pirates is awful. Third Pirates is watchable. And then 4 and 5 are trash.
None of them.
Anyway,
watchable.
sci-fi.
None of them. First on screen.
I got a
First
question.
one's fantastic.
I got a question. Is Stranger Things sci-fi?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because that even extends even broader than what I was saying earlier. Because that's not even technology that was created by humans. That's just like, there's this other...
I would even say like E.T. is sci-fi. Like even anything
absolutely,
with a connection to technology that we don't currently possess.
Yeah.
Which
and then technology...
Right. Or technology being used in a way that we don't normally do it. Like the original sci-fi has got to be Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Sure.
I mean, she revolutionized the idea.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Precursor.
I guess
Which is
that's I didn't think about
that's even the most sciencey.
Because I was
like using biology and
anatomy. Difference, yeah.
Or it would have been alchemy that he was doing. I think they started as alchemy.
Well, that's funny because I didn't even think about that because I was going to say, to me, what what I deem as like the first sci-fi thing for me was iRobot that Isaac Asimov wrote the book, not the movie, but the book he wrote in what, like 30s or 40s or something ridiculous.
That's another one. That's like World War Z, where the book is like a collection of stories, and the movie was like just completely made up.
And the movie was like the movie had good merit to it. Like I really like iRobot for the idea behind it, and I like Sonny the robot. But like of
it's
course,
Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk is always incredible.
Fantastic. And
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
But of course, you know, Will Smith. I like Will Smith when I want to see a Will Smith movie.
That's when he got ripped. It opened with him in the shower, and I remember being really confused. Like what was it? It was
like your sexuality.
It was 11, and I was like, I was like, Fresh Prince? What? Why is he so strong?
Wow. Is it hot in here? Hot. Open the window or something.
He was showering with the curtain wide open, just really
What's going on down here? I don't know.
Anyway.
But I like the movie for what idea behind it. Of course, it's Will Smithified, and it's all about him being in it, but I like that movie as far as the story.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's for me, but to go back to my original point of that, like for me, until you brought up Frankenstein, that is like the starting of sci-fi, which is interesting because that's around the time that Tolkien started to write The Hobbit, which to me is like what kicked off the fantasy genre. So both these genres were kind of born at the same time, like the 30s, 40s-ish, which is amazing that people
recognized and popularized.
Yeah.
So I don't think many people like...
Yeah.
I think Mary Shelley definitely started sci-fi, but I don't think it's recognized that way.
It's not, no. You know? It didn't grow into fruition until like the 50s, really, and in the 60s is when it really took off. And
Speaking of Frankenstein, the National Theater is re-releasing 3 shows from the National Theater that they've done.
Right.
One is called Julie, which is an adaptation of Miss Julie by
You were just telling me about all this. Yeah.
Strindberg. Yeah,
Strindberg. Strindberg.
The
Garrett's favorite.
second one is King Lear with Sir Ian McKellen.
Yep.
The third one is
Love Ian
Nick Deer's Frankenstein with Benedict Cumberbatch and oh my god,
Johnny Lee Miller.
yes, we should watch it.
Johnny Lee Miller.
So not a sponsor. National Theater.
Have you seen Train Spotting? Johnny Lee Miller. Train
I'm gonna Google him.
The National Theater does not sponsor this podcast, but
I wish they would if you want to,
I
give us a
implore
call.
you, all listening, to find Benedict Cumberbatch's and Jonathan Lee
Stole my
Miller's.
job.
What? Oh, sorry.
I'm not a sponsor guy.
You wanna go in?
Okay.
We'll throw you in there.
I mean,
God, Benedict Cumberbatch looks
it's not a sponsor, but I mean, whatever.
Wait, just a second. I know you guys can't see this at home, but look how weird Benedict Cumberbatch looks.
Yeah, we all know he has snake face.
But I mean, he looks particularly weird in this photo, like more so than normal.
That's par for the course. That's lucky.
You know what he looks like? You know those big white aliens from Prometheus?
Yeah.
Looks like one of those.
Yeah, he looks like...
Which is a good segue into Aliens, which is one of my... I do enjoy the Aliens movies.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're talking about like Aliens the movies or like
Xenomorphs.
Aliens as a topic?
The franchise. I mean,
Xenomorphs.
Aliens...
Oh wait,
Aliens
you're
as a
talking. I was with. I thought you were just saying.
No,
like, alien
I was
movies.
thinking of like Sigourney Weaver's
I've
Xenomorphs.
never
just-
seen any of the aliens.
No,
Not one of them? You haven't
Are
seen
you-
Alien? Game over, man!
I know that's where. I know that's where it's from.
Bill
but
Paxton.
I've never.
Rip.
I really...
Such a condescending.
I do love Bill Paxton,
remember
though.
Bill Paxton died, and my friend Evan and I have had a long-standing hatred of Bill Paxton. I refuse to believe that he's a good actor.
He was a good
actor.
Let's not invalidate his existence. Let's give him a.
Bill Paxton died, and I was happy about it.
Oh my god!
Gosh.
And this was the last time we had Keegan.
I thought I was extreme, but Keegan said shit that I'm even.
Bill Paxton's estate, not a sponsor.
Oh my god! Stop! Bleep that
You
out.
think?
Anyway, I was talking about like the Xenomorph.
Jake, remember to cut that out. Thanks, Jake. Love you.
Love you too.
Beckett.
Yeah, sorry. I
no,
haven't
you-
seen him. Everyone fucking hates me.
Okay,
I
by
get
the
it.
way, I don't know. There's a really weird angle I had. I thought you two were holding hands for some reason.
You want to take a picture and then we'll.
Yeah, can you
take a
put your hands back to
Little
where you were?
behind-the-scenes pic.
I don't know if it's. Now that I pointed it out, it's not gonna. Well, there you go. Do what you were because you were touching your leg. So this is my view. We'll share that on Instagram when this episode comes out. But this is what I kind of saw. And and when you're not focusing on it, and it's just kind of there, I was just like, why are they? I thought you were doing this. Like, give me a hand. I thought you guys were doing this. Like, you guys were just sitting here, just like
what
playing.
Dan is doing is twiddling his fingers with Keegan's.
Like, like couples do, and they're just like, oh, I love you. I'm just gonna touch your. That's what I thought you were doing.
Can we keep the example going?
Yeah, this is nice.
Can we start the example from over here?
Yeah.
Bradley doesn't want to. Okay, that's fine.
4 dudes sitting in a room, touching fingers.
All right, let's talk about
I have ticklish fingers.
My favorite Alien.
I have
movies,
one.
not necessarily the franchise.
Nice
'cause Jake is
Xenomorphs,
useless
okay.
on that front.
Jake,
I have
but you
one
gotta check
that
out the first one.
Probably none of you will know
Sure,
because
I'd
Try
Google it.
us.
Tell me.
Doctor Who.
Okay, I won't know.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm out.
The Silence. The Silence is like one of the best aliens
All right,
ever.
well, I'm only going to
Because-
speak to what is a...
Because they're awesome. They're freaking creepy as hell.
They look like Benedict Cumberbatch, frankly.
There we go.
And okay, so to explain to our viewers and to explain to you three, since you don't know about them, basically the premise behind the Silence is that it's this race of aliens, and when you look at them, you see them and you know that they're there, but as soon as you stop looking at them, you forget that you saw them. So they can be living, they can literally be living in your house with you, and you wouldn't know because you would see them and go, oh my gosh, and then you would run away, and then you'd forget that they were there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you
I love
rush them and be like, oh my god, I love Sherlock, can you sign this please? And then you'd look away and they're gone.
You know what that kind of
Let me just get a pen.
That reminds me of that episode of Rick and Morty with the first episode featuring Mr. Poopy Butthole with those aliens that they
Total
got
Recall?
in. Yeah, no.
No, Total Recall is the episode. Where they
The one
get in
where
and
there's
they start like adding and there's more.
That's
and there's,
Total
like,
Recall?
in-
No,
yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of.
And they
I'm
don't
thinking
know
of,
that they're aliens.
The
or
Rickshaw
parasites?
Redemption. Yes, Total Recall.
Total Recall,
Yes,
yeah.
I had that poster on my wall. for a
that
long
one is
time, all those
that is
characters.
the funniest fucking episode ever.
Yeah.
I fucking love that episode.
Well, if we're gonna get Rick and Morty real quick, because that's sci-fi, that counts.
Oh, yeah,
totally.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The Purge episode is my favorite. No, Blitz and Chips. No, fuck. All of it. Rick and Morty is just a solid fucking show.
Please reach out to us.
Dan
Not a
Harmon,
sponsor.
please.
Yeah, Dan Harmon,
We love you. Alex Hirsch.
I'm back.
Do you like
Oh, no,
our
that's
voices?
Gravity Falls, but they're all friends.
Do you like our voices? Do you think we could be? Do you think we could be?
We can play different characters.
Say whatever you want me to say.
Fucking hate us.
I hated that.
We are such actors.
Keegan is still looking at
The
Benedict
silence
Cumberbatch
for
photos.
Doctor
just-
Who. So the silence, they wear little suits, like
Yeah.
little black suits.
Yeah.
Like Slender Man.
And then a very big Benedict Cumberbatch head on top with no eyes, which is
No, they
probably
have
still
eyes.
a Benedict Cumberbatch head.
That's
Where
what
are
you
the
like.
eyes at?
That's
Where
why
are the
you
eyes?
like them, Brad. They look like
They have a
Slender
little
Man.
anus. Oh, I see the eyes. They have a little anus mouth. They're like, ooh, like if you do that, ooh.
Oh yeah,
they
they're like the Dementors in later on. Like once they changed the Dementors and they got really skinny and scrawny.
Yeah.
they're like that. They like suck in the skin on their mouth or whatever, and it looks all weird.
It's like a butthole. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
God, that just reminds me of. That reminds me of. Did you ever watch The League?
No.
No.
Never
No.
mind. All right.
Well, that dad really.
All right, got that out.
quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Get that out of the way.
My favorite alien, and I feel like I haven't watched many alien movies when I think about it. Like I've seen Signs, and I was freaked out when I watched
Yeah,
it.
it's
Signs,
freaky.
I don't remember
Signs
it
is
too
a
much.
great movie until the last 5 minutes ruins the whole
Yeah,
freaking
no, it
film.
really does.
But my favorite alien movie, and one of my favorite movies of all time, is Arrival. Have you
Sure,
seen it
yeah.
with
Oh,
Amy
that's a good
Adams?
one.
You haven't
Yeah.
seen it? Oh,
Oh, you have to see it,
Here's
dude.
the thing: don't watch the trailer though. I tried. I wanted to.
I've seen the trailer, that's why I didn't see it.
No,
I was
okay.
like,
So
eh.
I wanted Maddie to watch this movie, and she's not a huge fan of scary movies. We watched the trailer, and the trailer ramps it up to be this
Not
alien
at all.
thriller, and it's
it's
this
not.
beautiful movie about language and how do we as humans and as theoretically, if we were ever to run into extraterrestrials, how do we communicate? And the value of communication, and it is spectacular. And
And the twist.
oh, it's so
It's good.
I could rave about that movie forever. I mean, it is fucking beautiful. There have been few movies that have had my attention for the entire length of the movie, and it's a slow movie. There's no action at all, and it gets you from the tippity top.
And it's not even scary, really.
No, and they make these aliens to be these beautiful, ambiguous creatures.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, and they're frightening because they're huge, and you don't. There's so much you don't see of them, and you don't understand. But they're beautiful. It is spectacular.
Okay.
It
Well,
really
I'll
is.
check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a sponsor. You absolutely need to check it out.
Unless you want to be.
I didn't like that.
I want to have an entire episode just like this, just straight ASMR.
I'm telling you guys, we need an AMSR channel. If you're listening with headphones.
ASMR. You keep saying AMSR.
Hey, do I say it?
Yeah, I
I have
noticed that.
dyslexia. Thanks for making fun of me. Wow.
I didn't make fun of you.
Yeah,
I
you
just,
did. You just insulted
I ridiculed you. I didn't make fun of you. I didn't say like, oh, Dan's a fucking idiot. You said AMSR. Like I just.
Why did you do Pee Wee Herman?
Because that's how I
Maddie's
want
right.
people.
You are
Keep doing that
demonstrative.
voice. I'm getting the ASMR tingles.
He's bringing me the tingles.
ASMR tingles.
That's what they are, right? The little-
Specific, yeah.
I don't know. What do you call them? There's got to be a word for them now.
I would love to go to the doctor with just like
ASMR bumps.
feeling sick and feeling ill and be like, okay, can you describe what you're feeling? Well, I have a fever and, I keep getting chills. And I kind of have the ASMR tingles.
And he's like, I know what you
Oh,
mean.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's like,
Interesting.
Yes, and you're like,
keep
Sorry. I'm going to keep slapping your leg and I'm really sorry about it.
I'm wearing shorts, so it feels really good.
Oh my god. Back to aliens.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Arrival for me.
What an odd
He's-
episode this is.
This is great. This is
I know, this is pretty on par for what we do.
no. This is quality. I think this.
I
is,
think it makes a lot of sense that this gets posted on Fridays instead of our regular schedule.
I don't know, this feels normal to me. This feels like right.
I think this is great. We're having.
When we
this
got
is-
time, we
Hey,
can
I'm
get-
enjoying myself. I'm just saying it's weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're a weird group of people.
What about alien design? What's your like?
Wait, I didn't even say my favorite alien yet. I haven't gotten not to say my favorite sci-fi thing yet, and I haven't got to say my favorite alien.
Okay, let's
Because we
focus
don't
on-
care, Dan.
Let's not
I
do
know,
alien
it's
movie.
clear.
Let's not do alien movie. Let's focus on favorite alien. Just how they look aesthetically.
My favorite alien for sure is Predator. Like, he's just a bad, however you want to refer to them. They're just badass
Sport hunters.
sport hunters, and they just look fucking cool.
Are you excited for the new one?
I'm not sure, because the last one, correct me if I'm wrong, was like the Predator Planet one, and that
But
one was
Shane Black is directing this.
not good.
What is it? What else is
Shane
he
Black
directed?
wrote the original Predator and was in it. He was the guy with the glasses, if you remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shane Black was in it, but he directed he wrote the original Predator. Sorry, John McTiernan directed it, and he wrote Lethal Weapon. When he was still in grad school, he wrote Lethal Weapon.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, Shane Black, he just directed The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe.
Oh my gosh.
Gosling.
One
Love
of
The
my
Nice
favorite
Guys.
movies of all time.
He just directed it. He directed Kiss Kiss. He's a great director. Say that.
Okay.
But I'm very excited. I think it's going to have that sort of flavor. It's going to have the Lethal Weapon, original Predator flavor to it.
Then I am excited.
I'm
I
really
didn't know
excited.
Because that last one called Predators, I just thought of the name, was not good.
Yeah, I
Bad
mean, it
movie.
relied
I have only
on
seen the
gimmicks.
first one.
The first one's great. I mean, it's
Yeah.
The
just
first one's good. The second one is
Danny Glover.
it's Danny Glover being Danny Glover.
Danny Glover in L.A. Interestingly enough, that's 1997 L.A. and they have all these futuristic
in
weapons.
LA?
Yeah, a really weird. It's really not a great.
Yeah,
movie.
but
It's
I
like-
just love thinking like in 1997, cops are going to have these crazy cars and weapons, and it's like, no, that's 5 years down the line.
Yeah, no. Also, did you in that movie when they go into like the Predator's like ship and Danny Glover sees his little room of trophies? There's a xenomorph skull.
Yeah,
on the
there's
wall,
xenomorph in it. Yeah,
which alludes
they-
to the AVP thing that came out.
yeah, which I just wish had never been made. Those AVP movies.
My father loves the AVP movies, and I
Really?
remember, yeah, he likes them, and
I've never seen them.
they're
They're
bad.
just terrible.
The first one,
I mean, I would imagine
they're
so. It's like,
unwatchably
well,
bad.
okay, no,
Okay,
I would say the first one is watchable. The second one's unwatchable.
have you guys heard? I just found out about this not that long ago. Have you guys heard of a short film called Batman Dead
Yes.
End?
Yes.
No.
It's a short film.
What do you think,
where
Jake? Oh, he's gone. He died. Oh, now he locked himself out of a recording room.
Sorry, I had to take a phone call.
Really, it was so important. Bradley, if you keep hitting this table, dude,
Well, I'm sorry.
you also keep like hitting it when you're talking.
I'm sorry.
Sure. So, what do you think about what you
So
just talked
Batman
about?
Dead
I
End.
did it again.
I
Immediately.
lightly touched it.
And the mic is sensitive.
If you guys keep bumping this table, both of you clowns.
That
Hold hands
yeah,
again,
I
it'll be
I
good.
really hit it hard when I left.
Yeah, but between the two of you, there's so much sound pollution by just the table. Anyway,
it was just
There's
that
so
one
much
time
sound
for
pollution
me.
when you open your mouth, Dan.
wow. Bradley's laying down the shade.
I'll stop the tingles.
Oh, stop the tingles.
All right,
What-
Batman Dead End.
What was
Batman Dead End is a short film where it starts with Batman chasing down the Joker. It's like kind of poorly made in my opinion.
Well,
but
it's well enough for a fan film.
for a fan film, it's well made.
Yeah.
But it's Batman chasing down the Joker, and then the Joker gets taken by an alien.
Is it Predator?
No, like
Oh.
like a xenomorph alien.
Oh, a xenomorph.
Yeah, and then the xenomorph comes down and Batman fights the xenomorph, and the xenomorph is like overpowering him, and a predator kills it, and then Batman and the predator fight.
It's really wild. It's worth a watch.
I don't know. I've seen so many of these goofy things. I've seen a fan
But that's
film
sort
where
of that's all they are. It's just trading on like, you want to see these two things, don't you? Let's make a movie. And then and then guys with big stomachs and are just like neckbeards are like, yeah, I
Have you
do
guys
want
seen
to see that.
this one where Batman fights Darth Vader? You guys seen that?
Yeah,
that
there's
video?
one-
No, I haven't.
There's one where the Predator. There's a fan film where the Predator hunts like Roman knights or something. Like he's a very popular medium for that.
Yeah.
And I think it speaks to
And
how
he's in
cool the
Mortal
alien
Kombat,
is.
too.
It's like Deadliest Warrior. That
Yeah,
show.
because
Yeah,
that's what I like about Predator is his character is like an alien hunter. Like that's who he is. Like
Yeah.
that's the whole premise of him. So I would agree with him being definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure.
Brad?
What?
What's your favorite alien?
I already said.
Yeah,
the
the
Oh, the
silence.
thing. Oh, yeah, okay.
And then okay, all
I
right.
mean, I like Predator. I
Wait,
like
do we want to put a button on this by like favorite alien movie or film or TV show? Just favorite
alien movie might be a little bit different than so your favorite aliens aren't the Arrival ones, but Arrival might be your favorite.
Honestly,
alien
I
movie.
would say both, just because of how little exposure I have to alien movies. I also think they're just beautiful. Like I just really.
No one is going to say Independence Day? Come on, guys.
Yeah, Welcome to Earth. And he punches him in the face.
Another Will Smith movie. Damn it.
You know, it's a good Will Smith movie.
But you know who's in it?
Hancock.
Hancock's good.
I loved that
I
movie.
really hate the last third of that movie.
I remember not liking Hancock.
When they become angels.
Yeah.
What?
They're angels.
I don't remember it
that's
that
the
well. I
premise
saw it a
of-
long time ago.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, that's what it is.
I thought
That's
they were
right.
like gods.
That's
Charlie's
why I
Dad
hated
are
it.
Angels.
Yeah, I hated
Oh, I
it.
thought they were like
didn't
gods
like that
or
movie.
something.
I remember that was like my favorite movie when I was 10. Anyway,
Jake was
Is that movie that old?
I don't know.
One of the
It's pretty old.
one of the like lesser actors in that movie used to be a regular at my Starbucks.
No shit.
Yeah,
Jason Bateman?
his name is Matrix.
That's right, Jason Bateman. You're a lesser actor.
I can look him up on IMDb.
That's not
He's
true,
actually
Jason.
on
I
it, but
love
yeah.
you.
Yeah, we like talked
Ozark
about
season
acting,
2?
and he like gave me advice on like how to be an actor.
No, I haven't seen
Wow.
season 1.
Oh,
Was
dude, it's
interested
so
in what I
good.
was doing, and so I tell him when I was in shows. Yeah.
Okay, so we got our favorite aliens. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something quick sidebar has
unconventional.
never done before. We're doing a two-parter, everybody. I'll throw something in.
There he is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Matrix.
We're looking at a
Fit.
picture of Matrix Fitton.
Yeah, Hancock. He was in
He
Hancock.
played himself.
2008. So you were 11,
He
Jake.
played. Oh, okay.
Idiot.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, we're doing a part 2, so we're gonna cut this, right? Just kidding, I got you. You thought I was. And
What?
So
I don't know what's happening right now.
this is gonna be an editing nightmare. This
Well,
episode.
most of it is your fault.
I know. I take full responsibility. So we're gonna end this episode right here. Stop it! Thank you so much for listening.
We love you. Leave a review.
And you know what? Just start listening to the next one right after this.
What are we dropping them? At the
I
same
say
time?
we do.
Well,
You're gonna listen
why
to our
not?
plans.
Well, what if we?
Why would we drop it at the same time? Wouldn't we want to?
Why don't we like split it up into like 2 weeks?
We're at the end of Empire Strikes Back right now.
Yeah.
Equal quality. This is equal quality. That Empire Strikes Back. And then you know you're going to come back. You know you're going to listen.
All right, so
Join us next week.
join us next week. We talk about our favorite gadgets, our favorite sci-fi films extended,
Weapons.
Dun dun.
weapons,
Weapon.
and maybe
Sci-fi video games.
and maybe a
Video
little
games.
video game TV book action.
Oh, video games.
Yeah. Who reads, though? Really, that's going to be the smallest section.
Well, that'll just be the whole section. Does anyone read here?
Yeah. Nope. Okay.
I read.
yeah.
Not only as much
Nope.
now, but I do read.
Not very well. You're dyslexic.
They're roasting me.